Hey you guys, I am going around the house collecting all of the foaming hand soap containers at all the sinks in my house and filling them up with my own DIY recipe that I have used for several years for foaming hand soap, and I just thought I would hop on here and share. You can see obviously one's already done, one's not quite done. I have a couple more bottles as well. So what I do, I think I've never really timed this out, but I think it's probably about once a month or so, every 4 to 6 weeks I would guess. I go around, I gather these guys up because they get empty at all the sinks, and then I have a large bottle of Castile soap. So this is Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. You can get it in, I get the unscented, the baby unscented, but you can get it if you like rose or lavender or other aromas too. You can get those, but you don't need them because you're going to add oils. So you grab this. You grab your fractionated coconut oil. So if you guys are not familiar with fractionated coconut oil, that is just coconut oil where the fats have been removed. So it's really, it's liquid at room temperature, okay? It's also not greasy. It also doesn't have an aroma, and it's gonna help everything essential oil wise penetrate deeper into your skin. That's not really the purpose of this particular use of it. What I love it for is the moisturizing quality that it provides. So I used to get, who can raise your hand in your mind, who can relate with me that you get or used to get, like me, cracked fingers on the sides of my fingernails, cracked, also dry skin, just to the point where it was just like scaly and just like painful, right? Red. That turns out is from all the additives that companies, even green ones, and I'm not going to name the one that I used to buy, but it was a very environmentally friendly, non-toxic, green, natural foaming hand soap. It still created these issues for me. So the good news is you actually don't need any of that stuff. You can stop buying all of that stuff at the grocery store, and you can make your own for probably like, I don't know, 50 cents maybe. I feel like this is what this might be. So all you need is the bottle of Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. You can get this on Amazon, but I would rather send you to, just so we know that it's not tainted or adulterated, I'd rather send you to like Whole Foods or your natural food store to get a bottle of this. It's about 15, 16, 17 bucks, so super cheap because it's gonna last you a year or two or more. You're also going to want your fractionated coconut oil, and then you're going to want a whole myriad of essential oils. Right now in the summertime, I'm loving wild orange. Of course, if you're seeing this in July, you can get this free right now with any starter kit. It's going to come to you. Wild orange is so beautifully uplifting. It smells so good, but it's also antibacterial, so it's going to do a really good job in cleaning our hands as well. On Guard, yeah, for sure. I use On Guard all year round, mostly fall and winter, and when all the buggies and the germs and the threats we're exposed to so many threats, right? I don't like getting sick. I don't like it when my kids are sick. I know they don't like to be sick. My husband doesn't like to be sick. So we're using our On Guard a lot, and we're adding it to our foaming hand soap during those seasons. But right now, like, I even love Elevation. There are antibacterial, antiseptic, antimicrobial qualities in this oil. Lemongrass too smells really good. So you're just going to take your foaming hand soap bottle. You need a bottle that will make foaming hand soap, and you're going to fill it with about 2 to 3 drops of the Castile soap. This is my recipe. This is what I do. There are lots of variations and iterations on it, but this is what I've been doing for probably 3 years now, and I no longer get the dried, painful hands and cracks in my fingers. I can't even tell you, I'm beyond grateful for this recipe right now. I think it has saved my life. So you're going to do about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the Castile soap, about 2 tablespoons of fractionated coconut oil, and then you're just going to top it off with water. I use water right from my sink. You can use distilled water or purified water if you like. And then you're going to add about 10 to 15 drops of whatever your essential oil of choice is. That might be lavender and lemongrass. That smells really good. That might be just straight wild orange. That might be wild orange and rosemary. That might be eucalyptus. You've got so many options, and you can just kind of play with it, and you really can't go wrong. So The last thing I'll say about this is that, as I mentioned before, we don't need to rely on the products that we're buying in the store. We can very easily DIY, we can make our own at home using fewer ingredients, knowing exactly what is in that bottle. We won't have to get through 10 different ingredients where we can't even read them or pronounce them, and we're like, what is this? Is this good? We don't have to run it through all the apps to figure out where this scores. We can make this really on our own, and turns out we can be even healthier and more vibrant and just have a greater level of well-being because we're doing it at our home. We know what's going in these products, and we're keeping all the toxins out. We're just so overloaded with toxicity in our lives, right? It's in the air we breathe, our furniture, our carpet, and in the products we put on our skin, in the food that we eat. So let's control the controllables. Let's do what we can to control the things that we can control. I cannot control the air outside. I can't control the noxious gases from factories around my home. I can't control what fumes cars and trucks and semi-trucks are emitting. But what I can control, I will control. So you guys make this recipe. It's super easy. I'll just recap it. 2 to 3 drops of Castile soap. Tablespoons. About 2 tablespoons of fractionated coconut oil. Fill it up with water. Drop an oil bottle or 2. And then add whatever your oils of choice are. You guys are really gonna love this recipe. Bye.